Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? So we have a news today from OnePlus. OnePlus Nord coming in July. Company confirms. Now, OnePlus is actually now taking steps of like the big corporation companies like Samsung and Huawei and all other big corporations, which is actually to have two different segments, like one flagship, expensive flagship, and has all the premium spec, and then you have the smallest light version, which has the light spec. We do not know OnePlus by this attempt. We know OnePlus is just a flagship phone with a cheap price, with the best price possible, and it's the company that started the flagship killer. So you are actually a flagship killer. And here we have the picture of the OnePlus, the new OnePlus Lite or OnePlus Nord. It looks like a one camera or maybe dual cameras. I don't know, but it seems like they really cut it down to be a light. And if this is really the look of it, that reminds me of OnePlus One. You know, OnePlus One, the one camera only, or OnePlus Two. It has this almost the same look. Uh, but I would say they also started like Instagram account for it, like OnePlus Lite thing. And this one, I don't know. I didn't check the account. Maybe you can go check it out. But I think they're gonna post all the cheap phone OnePlus they have. Now this is a good news, and it's a bad news at the same time for us as consumers. So the good news is that you have now cheaper OnePlus that have pure Android, the fastest, the best software we have, which is Oxygen OS. However, if you are someone who love flagship phones and want to have the best possible, best spec flagships with the least possible price, you are actually missing the point here because OnePlus, let's just say for now, used to have the best pricing scheme like for flagship phones. But right now, after this move, we know OnePlus is taking the corporate way of dealing with consumers, like the typical corporate consumer. Like for example, when say let's say for example Samsung have the S line series, the crazy expensive series, and we have the Note line, which is crazy expensive series, and then you have the A line, which is the mid ranger, and then you have the M line, which is a very expensive budget. But I think I think OnePlus is actually going through the two segments only, like the very cheap light, and then you have the highest possible expensive. And we see this in the OnePlus 8 Pro. They really, you know, bring up the best of the design and the quality materials that actually implemented in this phone. So it's actually expensive to build the OnePlus 8 Pro. That's why they jacked up the price, but still competitive, to be honest. It's still competitive compared to the crazy prices that Samsung does. But Samsung has their, the best in class you have here. I mean, of course, I'm talking about the Snapdragon processor version. Uh, yeah, that's it, guys. If you'd like to know what's coming up next, this is the news for today. For OnePlus Z, OnePlus Nord, OnePlus Lite, we don't know. We're gonna see. Take care, guys. See you guys later.